For the last year and a half, really, I've surrendered to God. I've done everything that felt natural and guided. And there's something that really interesting that happens when you do that. I'm going to explain it today because I have a really cute but amazing story of how sometimes God helps us in ways we don't expect. And I'm going to explain it to you today. If you are interested in surrendering to God or learning how to surrender, this video is for you because life starts to unfold in front of you. It's changed my life financially, physically, my marriage. It's helped me in so many areas of life. And it's about letting go. It's about surrender. It's about trust and faith. And this little story today, I'm going to go straight into it. I had my beautiful daughter. I've got my daughter and 2 sons. They mean everything to me. I had booked us a getaway because it was the weekend and it'd been a good week, been a great week. We deserve something fun. Hotel booked, trip booked. My daughter wakes up and she is unwell. Okay, she has actually got a tummy bug. She's feeling so unwell that we cancel the trip immediately. Now, again, you could react to that. You could see it as a problem. But when I explain this story, you're going to understand why you must let go in these moments. We're going to lose the money for the hotel and the trip potentially. Doesn't matter. Okay, I surrender. It doesn't matter. I just want my daughter well, like many of you would, of course. Okay, so we let that go. I actually was able to surrender. I called up the hotel. They were very nice. They refunded us. The people of the trip that we had, they let us move it to another date. So that was all beautiful anyway. She still was unwell and I started to hold her body a little bit with my hands and send her love and blessings with the faith, knowing that God works through me, through her, and she's revitalized and renewed. That is a different story though, and we can go into that. But anyway, so I did that, and then my wife's like, take our son out because he's bored. So I took him somewhere fun. We're having a great time. I get a phone call. It's an emergency. Come home now. What had happened? My cat had been out, had got some kind of poisoning, was shaking like this. Shaking, body was going into shock. Now, why is this important for this story? Why does this show you what God does? And I'm going to explain it through a Taoist story in a minute. But it was about 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock when she rang me. I got back, found an emergency vet, got her to the vet. We brought her home today. This all happened on Saturday. She is well now, the cat. She is safe. She is healed. Why am I telling you this story so quickly? Well, let's look at it. Firstly, my daughter waking up sick. Bad thing. But God brought that sickness out of her, so we cancelled the trip. Why? So this is the maddest part about it though. By the time I'd come home to get the cat, she was feeling much better. Eating, playing, having fun. She was healed. Now, whether that was from my blessings, I like to believe that it helped her body, but she was healed. We were in the house to find the cat unwell. If we had left the house, our cat Mittens would have been dead. Now, I've claimed guidance, divine guidance. I say this, and you can say this prayer all the time, and I give it to my clients. I'm divinely guided in all my ways. Everything is working out for me. God is the true and everlasting source of my supply. All my needs are met now and forever. There is always more than enough. That one, you can tell that I use this one a lot, right? Well, I was guided through that problem. My family and I were guided through that problem to bring health to my daughter. Didn't happen when we started the journey, happened in the morning before. Made us stay at home, made us find Mittens, who we were able to then save her life by taking her to a vet. So out of an inherently bad situation was guidance to help and save the people that we love. This is why surrendering to God, it doesn't always look pure. It doesn't mean that your life always works out so effortlessly and everything always goes well, but you do not see anything as inherently good or bad. You let go of your emotions to anything that comes up in that situation. And there's this Taoist story that I love, and I'm going to read it to you now, and it's the parable of the Chinese farmer, okay? So the parable goes like this. The neighbours come to sympathise with him because one day his horse ran away. And they said, such bad luck. And the farmer replies, maybe. The next day, the horse returned, bringing back 3 wild horses. Such great luck, the neighbours said. The farmer says, maybe. The following day, the farmer's son tried to ride one of the wild horses, was thrown off and broke his leg. So unlucky, such misfortune. The farmer replies, maybe. The day after that, soldiers come to the village to draft young men in the army. Seeing his broken leg, they passed him by. What good fortune, the neighbours said. Maybe. Basically, what it means is it's like you just have to flow with life. You do not know what is good or bad, but your reactions are making you sick. They're making you poor. They're making you lose your marriage. Your reactions to life are the things that are hurting you. They are the parts of you that are getting hurt. So when we realize this, we start to surrender to God. You surrender to God. And out of what I felt was a potentially bad situation, we wanted the trip, we wanted to do that. Well, maybe it's bad. Let's see what happens. Will actually good come from it? We saved the cat's life. Now, the cat stayed in the vet overnight, and our dogs were actually at the dog minders because we were going away anyway. So what did we do? The next day, we went to our favorite place to swim, eat, relax. We had the best day ever. The cat was told to us that the cat was well, so we could relax. Had one more night in the vet. Home today. Dog's home today. Everyone in the family is well. Everyone is safe. So claim safety, claim that guidance, claim protection, and surrender to the divine. Now, I've helped people to do this to heal their bodies. I've helped people to do this to save their businesses. Give it all over to God. And in another aspect of that story, I take no responsibility for the good either in my life. So when I'm having success, I don't go, I am so proud of me. I say, thank you, God. I say, I trust in your process completely. I surrender to you completely. For now I am healed. Now I am blessed. Okay. When we start to surrender in these ways, we'll be blessed better than we ever could. Why did I come to this conclusion? Well, I was someone like you who may have found my channel through Neville Goddard, through The Secret, through these things. And it was always a lot about getting more and more and more. Now, I obviously have desire, and desire should be loved because it's God speaking to you through your desires. But what I'm trying to say to you is this. If you make it about surrendering to the flow of life, to the flow of God's effortless flow like nature does, you will be blessed bountifully. You just have to look at the Amazon. There is enough fruit rot in the Amazon to feed the whole world. This life wants to give abundantly. And it also brings me back to this idea, really, in the Bible, where it says in Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God. It's that idea of to love God is to surrender to that divine presence. It's to trust it, even though in times of fear, in times of trouble, you may be weary. But if you stop seeing it as a problem, you do not know what is good or bad, except thinking makes it so. So when you let go of the reaction, you let go of the mind part of that thing that is holding you back. Once the mind gets out of the way of deciding what's good and what's bad, then life gets to bless you. Now, you can claim, I'm divinely guided, I'm infinitely prospered, I have more money than I could ever spend. You claim these things, but then you surrender the outcome. A bit like Neville Goddard would say, you go over the bridge of incidences. You do not force anything. When he says you do not lift a finger to make it so, he's saying you do not force. This is my answer to you today, guys. And that's the interesting, beautiful thing of simple parts of life that show you that God is guiding and protecting you. I'll see you there.